You got an eye candy.
Yeah, it has to be. It is named Bear. How can anything that is named Bear not be an eye candy?
You got a point there.
Point. So after much convincing and speaking with the top management of Royal Enfield, I got them to name a motorcycle Bear. I
With the
just wish they had put big here, but I'll do that with a sticker.
with the number 49.
Yeah, the 249, they got the 49. They didn't just want to put the 49 because it would be blatant violation of my copyright. Okay, enough of fooling around. Let's get to the real stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think, CK? You have had the Interceptor for quite some time. Then you have been away from it. You have actually dissected it, digested it, and understood what it can do, what it cannot do. And now, this seems to have all what you wish, or at least most of what you wish the Interceptor had.
Yes. This motorcycle, the Bear, as I said earlier, an eye candy for sure. But then moving on beyond it, the suspension. The front suspension is something that I'm liking it. It doesn't wallow like the Interceptor used to do. One big plus point. Rear suspension, I think it still has a little bit of stoutness in it.
Okay, I think I'll have to stop you because I know you can keep going on for a while, but let's come to the topic again. We'll let him speak later. Let's start with how it looks. I think it looks smashing. This color and the 249, the Eddie Mulder edition, too unique. There is something, I have to give it to Royal Enfield. I must give it to them because one area where they have made massive strides is in how a motorcycle looks, how it appeals to the heart. They've been nailing the looks department. Whoever is the designer,
A big thumbs up.
well done, well done. I'm more of a head person who thinks with the head and more with the head and less with the heart. Yes, there are certain circumstances where probably the heart will overrule the head, but to a large extent is more a logical approach than emotional approach. But that approach fails every time I see a new model of Royal Enfield, especially off late. Hey, good job. It looks, the single-sided exhaust, this color theme. Do you know what this half stands for? Have you seen this?
Yeah, I saw
this?
1x2.
1x2?
I thought it's the Bangaloreans way of ordering 1x2 coffee.
By 2 chai.
Yeah.
View it from here. This is the number 6. Okay?
Wow.
And a half. 650.
That's some decoding, man.
If you didn't know, now you know. Yes. That's some information I got from Royal Enfield. This is not something I made up. Okay? What all changes have they done in comparison to the Interceptor? Because I would say this is they've taken the Interceptor and then built something more around it. It's not like any other 650. Suspension.
Yes.
USD and of course better, or I say taller.
Yeah, taller.
Yeah, the bike is significantly taller than the Interceptor. I think about 30 mm if not mistaken, 30 to 40 mm more. Suspension. Second is the single side exhaust. Okay, immediate question, I'll answer it right now. Can this be installed on the Interceptor? As far as I know, it cannot, because I compared the Interceptor right next to this, checked out the cylinder head. The cylinder head on this is different. Anything is possible, however, it is not a direct fit.
Not a plug and play.
It's not a plug and play. The head is different. When I say the head is different, this area where the exhaust mount is different. That is why this engine characteristic is also a bit different. It develops a little bit of more torque.
More responsive.
Yeah, torque has been bumped up. BHP I don't think has been any significant change. Torque has bumped up. So it feels different, it rides different. Handlebar is wider.
Yes, I love these handlebars.
Yeah, it's got this nice standard dash now. This is on every Royal Enfield. Excellent. It's offset to the center slightly to give it that retro look. What else have they changed? The wheels. They've changed the wheels. It comes with a 19 and a 17 now.
Yes.
And these are look-alike Pirelli Scorpion STRs. MRF's version of the Pirelli Scorpion STR
At possibly 1/3 the cost.
probably 1/4 or 1/5. So if we pay 1/5 the price for these tires, and if they deliver 1/2 the performance, job done.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope there will be some way to convert it to tubeless with the Outex or whatever on the rear. Never mind the front. Good enough to do only on the rear because 98% of the flats are on the rear. What have they changed? The frame, yes, they have changed the rear end of the frame a bit, given it a bit of a kick up.
Yes. Looks a bit up.
Yeah. Some changes in the panel here. Of course, the blacked out engine is quite common in the new 650s. They haven't missed that out. LED tail lamp and the indicator looks cool. Huh?
It looks cool.
Yeah.
That caught my eye when I was looking at it from the rear stance.
Yeah, it's got a unique look. It stands out now.
Yes.
It's amazing, the Interceptor, as old as it is, even today, it still looks cool.
It looks fresh.
Yeah. Yes, it is a bit outdated. However, there are some designs that are so classic. I would say that even for the Himalayan 411. The 411 is one of those eternal designs which will still look good. In terms of the looks, I tell you, the 411 is a classic design. It looks good. It looked good when it was launched in 2016. It looks good even now. It's like those Mercedes, the W124 series, the one with the rectangular headlight, the first ones when they moved from the round to the rectangular. Headlight, it doesn't have those little ears like the Interceptor. It's independently mounted, it's LED, and as usual, like all LED headlights, it has crap. Does it have bigger discs? I think it does have a bigger disc compared to the Interceptor.
Yeah, I think the front looks similar, but the rear looks a bit bigger. Busky.
Yeah, I think so. I think they have put in a bigger disc at the rear.
Yeah.
It's a bigger disc in the front. Foot peg positions have changed. I think the Interceptor was another 1.5 inch to rearward set. They've got this slightly forward.
Yeah.
Seat, nice. Looks really retro. This is what it would have come in the 1970s. However, it performs like current seats, not 1970s seats. Now the question, is this a scrambler?
I don't think so.
Exactly. So that's something which we discussed and we share the same view. Yes, this looks like a scrambler, positioned visually as a scrambler. Even the story about Eddie Mulder riding it to a victory in whenever that was. It was a scramble, a big bear scramble, whatever it was called, a big hare scramble. This is not really a scrambler. If somebody wants to do some real scrambling on the dirt, this is not the motorcycle. Let's be open about it. No point trying to do a scramble and then complain about it, saying it is not a scrambler. No, it is not. This is a great replacement for the Interceptor.
Yeah.
Yes, it is taller. One needs to be a little more aware, a little more skilled and conscious in the beginning. Once you get used to it, I don't think anybody would want to go back to the Interceptor.
I agree.
Interceptor suspension is a bit wallowy, like you say. It's too soft, too cushy. At speeds, it starts to do its own dance.
Yeah.
This, I think, is a little too stiff. Maybe it would soften up over time because it's brand new.
Yeah.
The suspensions have the tendency to kind of, after about 4,000 or 5,000 kilometers, to soften up. Most of them do that. I think this will likely do that. If not, maybe a YSS or a Z-Ling, somebody can come up with a rear. Front is pretty okay.
The front is fantastic.
Yeah, I think with the oil and things like that, we can do it sort of a DIY in the workshop, get it to behave a little better.
I don't think so. It needs.
You don't
At
think
least for
so?
me, it
Okay.
was perfectly set up.
I'm a few years older than you, so maybe my bottom needs a little bit, or my hands need a little bit of softer suspension in the front. And the rear, yeah, maybe give it a little time. I'm sure somebody will come up with a good suspension. There's a lot of feedback about the suspension being way too hard. That will not and is not going to put me off from considering this motorcycle if I'm in the market for a parallel twin. Because some solution will come, or this itself, after a few thousand kilometers, will get into a state where it is a little more pliant and we can enjoy the ride more. Stance is more upright. Pegs are in the right place. I think I will have more endurance on this motorcycle to be able to ride longer and further than compared to the Interceptor. Interceptor.
You're talking of the seating position, the ergonomics. I think the Himalayans pampered me a bit. So I immediately could notice that the foot pegs were a bit taller, bit raised than the Himalayan. But apart from that, I was perfectly at peace.
Yeah, we've been pampered with ADV motorcycles. You know, we are big ADV fans. This is the next best thing for us as far as we are concerned in terms of posture, looks, handling. Would I take this on tour? Yeah, I would. If I'm in love with a parallel twin, a 650 twin is what tickles me. The sound. Hey, want to hear how it sounds? Let's listen to it.
I like the pop.
That's nice. Hey, there is a pop at the end. Huh?
Yeah, there's a pop.
Well done, I like that. And you see, they have given a primary collector and a catalytic converter right here where the center stand mount used to be. So there's a bit of a change they have done in the frame design. So this is the primary collector, this is the muffler, and that is why it's able to keep the noise levels down despite looking to have only one muffler, unlike the Interceptor,
Twin.
which has got those MiG 31 Sukhoi type of or whatever MiG exhausts on it. Nice. Although the weight saving is only 2 kilos compared to the Interceptor, they had to take some things away and probably put some things back on. So yes, it is not a scrambler. It's a bit too heavy for a scrambler. Suspension is a bit too stiff for a scrambler.
Yeah. I mean, like, see, majority of the things go really well on the motorcycle, be it the acceleration, the throttle response, the braking, all that stuff, the seat comfort, ergonomics. Majority of it goes really well, except for the bit of the hard suspension at the back.
We don't ride with pillions. However, the little bit we sat, yeah, seat is
Comfortable.
Yeah, it is good.
And even the
I'm gonna-
posture for the pillion is much better than the Interceptor.
Yeah, Interceptor. Yeah, that's another thing, right?
Yeah.
A lot of pillions on the Interceptor complain of a very cramped.
It's like a bit crouching, your legs are up. But in this, I think it was pretty okay. I could manage.
Crouching tiger, hidden dragon.
Yeah.
Sorry for the distraction. Yeah, this felt a little better. I like it, CK. I like this bear. We hope to ride it a little more. Take it out on a long breakfast ride on a Sunday, which we will do for the next few weeks. We have several other things lined up. We will do that and keep you updated. If you're a fan of the parallel twin, the Royal Enfield 650 parallel twin, today in that lineup, until this showed up, the shotgun was what I used to enjoy more. I know you used to enjoy the Interceptor more. Once this is here now, hello birdie.
It's excited.
Okay, thank you. So once this showed up, this is my go-to 650 Royal Enfield. See, Royal Enfield is it's like a master chef kitchen. Okay?
Why kitchen now?
Yeah, just allow me to say this. I don't know how it will end, but then let me start. They have some lovely farm grown eggs. Okay. So what recipe do we dish out? Egg masala, egg burchi, egg omelette, egg chili.
French toast.
So they've got a beautiful set of eggs. And they are dishing out model after model. I mean, there were only two, the Continental GT and the Interceptor.
So I think all these products were in the pipeline if not for the COVID.
They were, and this is the official statement also. They appear to be bunched together simply because of the 2.5 years of lull. Yes, the 650s are more catered for the international market as far as Royal Enfield is concerned, because they form less than 10%, 7-8% of the sales in India, or maybe even less in India. I would
Yeah.
say even less. However, the overseas market, the 650s contribute a significant portion. So I guess they're just strengthening the
International
foreign
portfolio.
market. As far as we know, whatever has been leaked, there are only two more to come out from Royal Enfield. One is the Scram 440. Oh, that was a surprise! Like
Yeah.
that was a pleasant surprise. That is something I'm really looking forward to.
We will save that for a later conversation, please.
Okay, what we discussed in the last 5 to 7 minutes will be a separate podcast because we have a lot to say about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the classic 650 is expected. That's going to be big and heavy.
Heavy.
Like the shotgun 650, it is big and heavy. Like the Meteor 650, that is big and heavy.
Yeah.
And that leaves us with the Interceptor, the GT, and the Bear.
Yeah.
A light, compact 650. You have these three. You want something more stable, bigger, substantial. You have the other two, and the third one coming up. Now coming back to the Bear, I like it.
It's good, Busky. It's growing on me the more I see it.
Yeah, I wish we could have got that Eddie Mulder edition here.
Yeah, the 249.
The 249 with the teal chassis and that white super retro.
That stands
Yeah,
out.
put a nice. We got two panels on both sides. I think we can put our own sticker here.
Yeah. Take off the Interceptor and just put in big.
Big Bear 650.
Yeah.
Well done. Good job. I'm happy to see Royal Enfield kind of pasting this segment, just making sure nobody's even going to think about coming into the 3 to 4 lakh a parallel twin retro segment. They just built a fortress. Numbers may be small, however, it's an important segment to be in. Soon with the Classic 650, 6 options, and they're all different to each other.
Yeah.
Quite different. Yeah. So appeal to everybody. So there is no reason to not buy a 650 from Royal Enfield if you're a fan of 650. What else can I say? Good job. We like it, and I think you will too. Take a test ride. Just keep in mind, because of the road clearance and the added height compared to the Interceptor, it feels a bit top heavy. You will get used to it once you understand it.
Yeah. And do drop in questions.
Yeah, please ask, and if there's something we can answer, we will do our best to do so. Stay tuned. What's coming up next, CK?
Go on.
Remo Fernandez song. Na, 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 na. Okay, anyway. Hey, see you
Take care, guys.
Thanks for watching.